What's up? Spooky video. Go check out our spooky video. Uh, Everyone who worked on it did a really good job. I believe Trey was the cinematographer. Sole cinematographer, I think. It's really, really good. Yeah, we got some Redoran stuff to get through. I'm gonna try to implement these 3 huts, and then just waiting on one last one, and level designers should have some fun stuff to work with. All I have to do on these is clean them up. There's a 3D artist, his name is Josh, he made these. I'm gonna go through and just make sure they're like playing nice and everything. Just do a little bit of a QA pass. Try to avoid funky, stretchy stuff like this. Very luckily, I don't really have to do much work on these. Josh is very, very good at what he does. What am I looking for? There we go. The engine does not like n-gons, so I have to triangulate everything. This is technically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a pentagon, right? The rest of these are similar. These, don't know why. You guys have a good Halloween? Did you guys go do some spooky stuff around town? You end up freaking out your neighbors? Okay, this. Oop. No, I did nothing for Halloween. I stayed in the house and I sat around, played a video game or two. Whoa. All right. Just need to make sure things are copacetic here. Mm. Mm. You didn't realize it was Halloween yesterday? What? It's a funny, silly, haha holiday. What do you mean? Oop. 16. I don't like the look of that. Yeah, if you're not, I guess, in a location that really celebrates it, I figured you'd be kind of out of the loop. Okay, so separate this by material. Good. So all of these are windows. Oh. Mm. Why? Yeah, I don't know why the hell we celebrate it over here in the States. We just like doing pagan things for the sake of calling it fun, I guess. I don't really know. Alright, these are a little funky here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, these can tend to look funky if the bevels are too fine in some areas. This too. Not sure there's much of a difference made there. Whoa. No. Some funky vertex coloring. Ooh. Alright, why is that weird? It's a little odd here. Why are you odd? Not you. I don't think it'll be seen very much in context, so I'm not gonna bother with it too much. Okay. This is like the same over here. Yeah, these are fine. Did I go to the movies? No. Josh did everything on the huts. I'm just making sure, like I'm doing a last pass on it just to ensure that everything's okay. Like there are some odd spots, like super thin triangles right here that could be helped. will be implementing these at the end of the stream, though. Towards the end of the stream. Yeah, like this shading, people are gonna see close up. I'm trying to make it play nice. Low-key hyped. Good. Good. Get hyped. Good. Good. Embrace the hype. Did I do something over here? I did. We don't have a release date, no. If we had one, you'd know. Because we'd be just as excited as you are. Yeah, there's only some weird geometry. Only some. I think most of this geometry is great. I don't see an issue with most of it. I'm just making sure it's clean, especially at like head level. That's pretty cool. I've been following this project since about the same time. It got to a point where I said, I'm sick and tired of waiting, so I'm gonna basically do it. Not all of it, of course. Certainly not. Okay, so these UVs. I need to make sure are good. Because you can see on the trim, like it's just mirrored here. Not totally mirrored, but where it be mirrored on the y-axis and should be moved like that many over. I think we're good, Mr. Puma. I think we're good. I don't think it does any good to speculate either way. Sorry if you're that stressed about something that you can't control. I just don't think that's a healthy mindset to have. Okay, these are good. Alright, I think this is pretty solid. Excuse me. Yeah, I like to think of Skywind as a free labor for Bethesda. Think about it for like 2 seconds, right? We're doing all this work for absolutely nothing, and then at the end of the day, when we release, you have to buy Morrowind and Skyrim to play this, right? So who's making money? Only Bethesda. I'm not sure I like how that terminates here. Yeah, because this one terminates that same way. Nope. Sky Oblivion plans to release this year. It's not out. Alright. I think this one's pretty good. I don't see any other issues with it. And even the issues I found were incredibly minor. Might try to clean up some vertex colors here a little bit, but whatever color this is. I'm sorry if you guys don't like the music, by the way. This is just kind of what I've settled on for today. If you want something different, I can change it. At some point, not right now. Because I'm enjoying myself. Yeah, I woke up, I got some pumpkin bread, and then I started listening to screaming music. That's how the day goes. I don't know why this is weird like that, though. Like, I can't tell if it's a shading thing. I think it is a shading thing. It is a shading thing. Okay, I'm just gonna move these a little tiny bit then, just to alleviate that little. You can kind of see it. Josh had mirrored these, like, two sides of the building, so I'm kind of having to go through and, like, make the same changes to both sides. It's not a problem, it's just something I'm having to do. If I triangulate all of this, how? That looks good. Okay, so select greater than 4. So these are the end guns still. I'm just gonna triangulate them because it should work out. Make those sharp. All right, so vertex colors here are busted, I think. Oh, 0.8. These are kind of recessed, so giving them some dynamic. These triangulated look fine. I'll show you the video I used to learn Blender. The single video I used to learn Blender was this one. And I am always an advocate of figure out what video works for you. Don't go look to like the videos that everybody tells you, but this is the one I used to learn Blender. Because it actually interested me, right? You don't have to go make a donut. Everybody goes to like make a donut. You know, you don't have to do that. I was not interested in making donuts, right? So I didn't learn using the donut tutorial. I thought the donut was kind of a stupid tutorial for my uses, you know. I wanted to help out Skywind more, you know, I didn't need to learn how to make a donut. Everything else is self-taught. Alright, there's some vertex color bleed here, but yeah, I'm gonna clean it up. I'm sitting here, I'm like, it maybe looks natural to have some bleed, but at the same time, I'm just gonna make it clean. Yeah, the area around the windows is a little awkward. Just because they're recessed a little bit, it tends to pull the geometry, but I think it's okay. I'm wondering what level design is going to say about the chimney. Because the sun would technically come through the chimney, but I think I'm just going to leave it. If they comment about it later, I can change it. But yeah, the video was CG, or from CG Fast Track. I haven't watched any of their other videos. I only watched that one. Alright, everything looks good. This probably could have used another loop in there, but that's fine. I want these to be triangulated the same way. Yeah, this could have used another loop in there. That's fine. It just triangulates a little odd, the way that the vertex colors bleed. But it's fine. Once you get in game, you barely see this. Okay, so one thing I'm a little worried about is this step here. Because of the inconsistency in door sizes, there's like a little step that you have here, which I think is nice. It's kind of cool, right? Because of all the ash storms outside, you know, the little step catches all of the ash. You don't get it blowing into your house. I think it makes sense. It's cool. It's nice. Problem is, I don't know if a person can actually fit here. I would think they can. But it might be something where it would be better to go like this, as opposed to like just having it straight like that. So we're gonna try a couple different things. I can see over here that this is already gonna be a bit more work, trying to make that look nice. But it'll be fine. It will be fine. Alright, so the floor could use some extra geometry here. Get him out of here. Oh my god, you guys haven't been able to see the song. Holy shit, I'm so stupid. That hasn't been changing down there. Oops. Oops. I'm stupid. Okay, so the floor. Sorry, my head's not in the game. Sorry. Okay, so the engine generally doesn't like this. When you have like one vertex tied to like a bazillion different verts, so I have to fix it. Oh god, it's not centered. Oh. You can create collision with Blender. You can create collision with a lot of things. Collision meshes are meshes, so you have to make it with a 3D software, right? You have to start with Blender, and then with something like CK command and or chunk merge, you can actually, you know, attach that collision to the NIF file. So it's a lot of different programs to accomplish what you're talking about. Whoa. Okay, so that looks much better. This is the floor, right? Everybody say hi to the floor. This is the floor poorly UV'd. Everybody say hi to the poorly UV'd floor. Okay, so this is scaled by like 5. Like 4.5. So I'm thinking in the way that we have this floor designed, right? This would be a better floor for it. Like this section would actually be like, you know, tiled off, and then this section could potentially be like still the outdoor portion, or like, I don't know, maybe it would also have this. Not entirely sure. Oops. Not sure how best to do that. I'm gonna tag him as the same thing for right now. We'll see. We'll see how it pans out. Okay, because level design is level design, they like to have things divided so that they can put a bazillion lights and lanterns in the place. So now I have to cut it up into many different pieces. And I don't blame them. It's standard practice to do so. Gonna select by similar sharpness. Gonna set seams. That way I can just select like these portions. Oh. I don't know how best to divide this, to be honest. I might just leave it as is, and then, you know, with testing and everything happening next month, we'll see what works best. It's hard to say what's okay right now because I just have no baseline. So, we're gonna copy... We're gonna copy this. Right? Copy this. What's the difference between these two? What am I doing? Oh, it's because this has the alcove, that's right. Whoops. Okay, so in all of these huts, right, they have these little ovens because people need to cook. So I need to line this up. Hold on, I need to make sure that the floor is flat first, because it tends not to be. So this little oven guy is going to snap to the rest of the tile set, right? The rest of the tile set. So I need to line up the chimney. And I think this is pretty lined up. We don't have a schedule, no. We just kind of do what we want when we want it. This is so hard to see with the walls here. Oh my god. Typically, like we join scheduled events, right? So whenever you hear news of those events, we'll probably be doing something for it. But besides that, about all you're getting. Okay, this is whack. We usually have a schedule on our, I mean, like maybe a month or a week ahead. If we do a special event, we'll have a schedule of when we're doing it on Discord. And we post that to socials. Beyond that, though, we really don't have anything. Like ModCon, for example. Like if we're doing ModCon, we will say, hey, we are doing ModCon. This is when we're doing it. Yeah, Trey usually keeps a regular schedule. I don't keep a regular schedule because I have a life to attend to. I can't promise everything be on the same day. Let's see. If I vertex paint this to be nothing, how ugly does that look? Pretty ugly. New Year's stream? I can schedule a New Year's stream, sure. Those are always fun. But they're fun because they're impromptu. I don't like it when people like... I don't know what happened last year, but it was a little more like... I guess I wasn't there for last year, actually. I don't know. There was one event where it was like supposed to be impromptu that I was a part of, I remember, and it wasn't as impromptu, and I was like, eh. Maybe that's what it was, I don't know. Big fan of the freestyle streams where we don't really have to care super duper care. Up Drizzle. Okay, what are we doing here? That's fine, I think. Alright, so this is part of the floor. It's gotta get joined to that. How does this work out? Pretty good. Yeah, it looks good. Looks good. Let me do one of these. Nice. So level design is gonna have two options, okay? They're gonna have this floor, and they're gonna have this floor. This one has it such that the oven's like got stairs. This one has it such that the oven doesn't have stairs. So, two options there. And then I need to put the oven here. Your oven broke yesterday? No. That's so unfortunate. I don't know who the hell this band is. Actually, I love this band. What the fuck? I don't like this album. Ooh. Oh! I like this EP. Hold on. EP's good. EP good. Okay, the oven is good where it is, I think. So then I just gotta do the same thing here. Roller coaster, yeah, my bad. Level design will soon have more toys. Soon, TM. I do have to fix the UVs, because look at the floor now. Look at that. Whoa. Holy oatmeal. Holy oatmeal, Batman. His EP has very good lyrics. Makes me quite sad sometimes. Whoop. There's the oven. So level design has two options for the floor. They've got this or they've got that. And then I guess I need to make one for this too. All right, so they've got that option. And they've got the stairs option. But then it's really 4 different options. Ugh. All right, what am I doing? So the huts are way more than they might seem. There's 5 different floor types. And then there's like the shell that's on top. And I expect each one of these to at least get one use. Maybe. So each hut is actually 5 meshes. Or 5 nifs. Yeah, so the basements aren't fixed sizes. This is a test that I have right here. This is using one of the options, right? So if you were to use this one, this is the basement size that you would have down here, and you can add on top of it or whatever. But then if you were to use this option, it's based off of a smaller tileset piece. So you would have a smaller basement. And I can do a couple tests. I'm going to do a couple tests. So you'll be able to see it. Now I need to UV these a little better. Keep cooking. I will. I will. I have no intention of stopping cooking. I like cooking. It's good for the soul. You know, you make some food. Good time. I know you're talking about 3D. I'm just joking. Har har har. I'm so silly. Ooh. So this is actually... Oh my god. Oh no. Oh my god. I don't know why my throat hurts so much. I think it's allergies. I have like so much snot, and my throat is like super rough. Ugh. Gross. I hate it. I don't know. It poured rain the other day here, so I can't imagine it's that dry, right? Ugh, a spoonful of honey sounds dreadful. All right, Guess what time it is, fellas? It's time to implement. We're gonna test this first one. If it's okay, I'm gonna continue on with the others. 2 and 3. Nope. See. E. E. What the hell? F. All right. Let's do it up. The song is also a bop, and the lyrics make me exceptionally sad. Okay. Looking good so far. Excuse me. Sorry. What? Where's the texture, bro? Yep. Here we go. Plaster. And these are windows. They're in a different folder. They're in the exterior folder. Wow. We'll need to do something eventually to make them look nice, though. A bunch of shader properties. I'm just not doing that right now. Nice. Okay. Alright, there's that one. And then the floor is option 1 of the floor, right? That's not the right texture. That's not the right texture either. It's beautiful. Alright. And the next one. Oh my god, there are so many tri-shapes. Ugh. Is there a reason for so many tri-shapes? Yeah, there is. Ugh. Okay. These two can probably be joined together. E, D, E, F. Nah, let's keep them separate. We'll probably have to rip them apart sometime. Anyway. This is stairs. This is trim. Accento plaster. These can be joined too, really. Those and that and that. Yeah, this could be simplified. Each little gear, like these gears, they're maps. This is a diffuse map. This is a normal map. You can see the normal map here. It's what gives it like the illusion of depth. Yeah, let me go and let me do some optimization here for a second. Like these two things can realistically be joined together. I just need to make sure I'm not breaking things because that can tend to happen. Like, see how it suddenly changed? It's because this is mirrored. Was that one? Yeah. God damn it. Do that. Apply this mirror as well. Join those. Spec value would never be 0. No. You want it to have some specular value of some kind. Ideally, it's never 0. Because in real life, you never have anything that's a specular value of 0. If you're thinking about it like that. This and this can be joined together. The spec value might be close to 0, but it's not going to be 0. Everything has a specular value. Well, well, well. I'll have you know, back in my day, blah 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 blah, specular values, this, that, the other. Yeah, okay, some quick optimizations, just some quick ones. So now this isn't like 10 separate pieces, it's like, I don't know, not as many. We have the capability to use parallax mapping, but we don't. It's a matter of one, performance, and two, it's difficult to go back and make parallax maps in retrospect. Oh, what the hell? Like, these textures are new, right? So I could have someone, you know, the original artist go and make a parallax map, and then we could slap it on, right? That's great. But then right next to it is like the landscape textures, right? Those were made years and years and years and years ago, so we wouldn't have the original artist to actually make those parallax textures. So then you would have a parallax map and then something without a parallax map sitting right next to each other, and then you're like, huh, that one looks really weird or really bad compared to the other one. So it's a matter of consistency for one, and just performance, because if you add that many more texture maps, you're like increasing the load, like the VRAM load, by quite a bit. 2, 3. A, B, C, D, E, F. ABC. Yeah, this looks good. And then it's a little bit less. Less to deal with here, less to load, less draw calls. Falling feels like flying. No. No. Oh, man. That's so upsetting. Okay, everything should be fine now. Skyrim 2 Switch Edition. Skyrim Switch 2 Edition. Oh. I'm excited for Skyrim 2. Who's excited for Skyrim 2? Skyrim 2, The Return of Alduin again. He doggone diddly did it again. He took all my fucking septums and sweet rolls and he shoved them in his face because he's the devourer of worlds or some bullshit. Skyrim 2. Something something forefathers, something something Nords with a fake accent. Hey. All right, there we go. Okay. That's one. Now I gotta do the rest. I also just realized something. Need to make sure these textures are actually mapped correctly, because right now it should have just textures here. Like it should start with textures, right? But it's starting with my X drive. So I don't think that's a good thing. I think I'm gonna have to go and fix that. Yeah, for all of the new ones that I made. Oh, that's so asinine. Holy shit. Wait, is this really? Oh my god, what? Okay, which one was that? Ugh. I love it when I do something and then it's wrong and then I fix it and then it's wrong and then I fix it and then it's wrong. Love that. Always good to have happen. Ugh. Damn, we're playing all the sad songs today. Holy shit. This one is also horribly sad. Okay, that's good. Okay, one more. Good God. Give me your guys' first impression. Is this a guy singing or a girl singing? Off rip. Wow, gamer gets points. You're right. It's a guy. I thought it was a girl at first, especially because the music video features a woman very prominently. Alright, we got collision on here now. I'm not gonna go and make a collision mesh just yet. Need to make sure these work. No point in doing so at the moment. Okay, so these ones. Yeah, I said you have to make a collision mesh in a 3D software, and then I have mat, stairs, stone. You have to make a collision mesh in 3D software, and then you have to import it into the NIF somehow. Chunk merge is how I do that. CK command is another way of doing that. You can do that with the Blender plugin, etc., etc. the only funky thing that it might look like I'm doing right now is I'm using the actual mesh as the collision mesh. Normally, you're supposed to make a separate collision mesh, right? You're supposed to make one that's much simpler in terms of geometry because you just don't need this detail. I'm not doing that yet because it takes a good bit of work, and all I need to do is just test right now. So I'm just testing the meshes, I'm making sure they're good, making sure that level design can use them, and then if that's good, then I can go back later and make proper collision meshes, and then apply them to the full mesh, or the full NIF rather. Make sure the proper materials. Oh, gotta do that. Stairs. Good. But excuse me. Sorry. What? Pressing my buttons too quick. Add collision. Yep. Let's make sure it's fine. Yep. I have to do this for every single hut after this. Imagine. It's gonna be great. The song is a bop. Holy moly. Holy moly. I can type the number. That would be useful. Alas, I'm not doing that. I'm just copy pasting. There's stone. So this one would be what? 13? Hmm. 14? No? What? What are you trying to get across? $14? Ah! That is useful. Make sure this one's good. Yep. Alright, so these would be named right. I have to rename all these eventually. Holy shit. I made such a huge mistake when I started this. So this would be hut 01 outer shell. This would be hut 01 floor A. Floor B, floor C, D, etc. So level design has 5 options for the floor, and then they have the outer shell, which is a given. Veteran and copy pasta. Alright, let's go into creation kit and set them up. While creation kit is loading, I'm not gonna do hangman again. I'm gonna actually get more work done. I can start with these ones. Unless I need a break. Do I need a break? Yeah, I need a stretch break. I'll be right back while this loads. Good lord. Creation kit loads so slowly. But why? Oh. Oh, we love it when creation kit loads. I wonder if this is a good album. The song's pretty good. Instrumental post-rock collab between two dudes. That's kind of cool. All right. Okay, we're gonna turn one of these hallways into a hut. We're gonna turn this into a hut. Dupe that. What? Hut 01. Oh! Excuse me. Outer shell. Oh, it's happening. It's happening. Floor A. What were we at? We were at A, B, C, D, E, right? E. E. D. And E. Oh. I gotta throw them all in. They might not look any different, but they are all different. And some of them only slightly. Some of them have this alcove back here, but then others are quite different in terms of size. Let's use this one, shall we? Oh. Oh. It's working. Oh my god. Love it when it comes together. Love it when it comes together. Where are the small room pieces? Here. We've got our little basement. Now we've got our shell here. Ah! It works! We're pod racing. It's working. Where's the door? I want the door on here. Oh! Uh-oh. Okay, seems like I need to update the origin of the doors just slightly. Yeah. Yeah, because these don't line up. Actually, you know what? The doors are fine. They're also already placed 50 sometimes. So I'm gonna change this in the hut ever so slightly. I'll just raise it to the door height. Means I gotta import the door, fix the floor, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Before we go and test, I'm gonna tease you guys. I have to fix that first. So I'm gonna fix that. And then we'll go in and we'll do some funky stuff. Where's that door? Where's that door? This one? I don't fucking know, man. These need better names. Door load. Okay, so that's this one. Get this shit out of here. Import this door. Am I exporting or importing? What the hell? Fuck. This should work. I'm a little confused. Oh. I think a better way to do this... Better way to do this is... just do it on this side. I think. I think this makes the most sense. Because why is it broken? Oh shit. No, it's not broken. It's just like... See this? It's shoved up super far. Why, hold on. I don't think I have to change anything. Why is it... Where's the door? Where's the door data? How do you open it by default again? Oh, here. That's what I don't like about it. The fact that it, like... doesn't line up. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna recreate these doors from scratch. Because they're busted. And then I'm gonna put this... Man, I don't know. What the fuck, man? Like, I gave Josh these doors, and he based the entire, like, hut around the door size, so I don't know why it wouldn't fit. Like, this door does fit. I think that's the play. I just gotta... I gotta make... I gotta make this attached to the hut itself. Because then you don't have to line it up. Right? That makes the most sense here. The fact that these doors are also... Whoa. Whoa, what the hell happened there? The doors are not symmetrical. So I remade this door from scratch a while back. Because it just needed it. Get that shit out of here. This one was the original one, and it's not symmetrical. Like... You can see that it's not symmetrical. So I think that's where the problem lies with trying to fit it in here. Anyway, let's make this not terrible looking, shall we? Vertex paint. Vertex paint, ultra dark mode. Why Hercules decided to make this door like the most detailed door ever, I will not understand. It's quite the problem. Right, so this is now part of the trim. Welcome to the trim club. We're putting you here. This doesn't matter because it's not going to be seen. But UVing it properly still helps. Alright, let's try that. And then on the door, we'll get rid of this. That collision can just die, I guess. Excuse me. Save that. Reorder blocks, remove bogus nodes, unused strings. This one goes on the outside. Actually not using that one. I don't think. I don't know, man. IDK, bro. Get rid of that. Do this thing. Make sure I merge this. Redoran doors. Yeah. Okay, we take this. Paste it here. Save. We can get rid of these. Go into creation kit. Refresh. Hopefully it works this time. Last time it wasn't working. There it is. Oh, I forgot to UV that part. Oh my god. I'm stupid stinky. I watched myself put a seam here and I didn't UV it. Okay. Open that. Open that. Copy, paste, Rancho. Come on. Or paste over, rather. There we go. Kill this. Kill that. Go back. Refresh. Hello, Jarl. In the future, when we release, yes, that's all you need. As far as I am aware. There is a seam here. Why is there a seam here? That's no good. I feel like I've opened the same file, marginally changed every single, so many times, so many times. This is what it takes to get something that works properly, folks. This is only the first of many. Rolo Tomasi's so good, man. Their new EP is very good. Very good, very good. Would you look at that? It works perfectly now. Oh my god. I just need the door to work. Oh, you can just floor the door. Oh, that's actually good. I forgot about... I forgot Creation Kit could do that. Holy shit. I haven't used this program in so goddamn long. Stuck on Blender. Okay, yeah, so that works. Beautiful, look at the hut. Holy moly. Isn't it beautiful? A good test, at least. That's all I really need to do. I'm not decorating anything worth a damn here. What does this look like? Open? Opens that way? Nah, let's flip it. Cool part about this is like, I don't like the hut being this way. You can just go like this. Then the stairs face the other way. First you gotta flip the door back over, but... Nice-oo. Nice-oo. And then let's say, you know, actually, I kind of want an alcove back here. You can be like, I'm gonna replace floor B with floor C. Then there's an alcove. Oh my god. It's huge. It's massive. Holy moly. We've done it. We're champions. Alright, I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna do a couple housekeeping things and then we'll go in game and look at it. You know what? We'll even put in a little scribby guy. Little script guy. Throw in some nav mesh too. Oh. Alright, I need to do some cleanup, so these never got sniffed, so we need to open sniff. Throw them in here. I need to put the shader properties. So gloss 200, spec strength 0.5. So these all have the correct shader values now. 200.5. And the other thing I have to do to make it so that everybody else can see these goddamn things, I think, is I have to remap all the goddamn textures. Which is great. Like, I'll use this as an example, right? Got this window here. The textures are pointing to my hard drive, specifically my hard drive. That's a bad thing. No one else will be able to see these textured, right? So I gotta delete all that shit. from all of them. For some reason, I don't know why Nifscope started doing this. Fuck. Everything's awful. Oh, fuck you, man. Holy moly. Ugh. Sounds like intern work. This is just work. So I gotta take all of... Let's see, did I change the texture path on this? No, right? No. I have to take all of these new pieces that I made, put them here. Gotta go into sniff. Do search and replace assets. Okay. So we're gonna search for this texture path with my goddamn thing on it. And I'm gonna replace it with just this. So then when I process these, everything that I would have to do by hand, 26 of them plus, are going to be fixed automatically, right? Yeah. And I do the same thing to the normal map, so that's _n. Does the same thing. Replaces it all correctly. I gotta do that with all of the textures. All of them. So if I go open this. That. Do that. That should be updated now. And I gotta do the normal map. Holy shit, this process is so asinine. Why does Nifscope do this now? It didn't used to. So then that's those two. I need to do it on this one. I'm not sure I use this on any. Yeah, there's one of them. Yeah, I can show that real fast. Give me a sec. On the floor. Holy fucking. Bleh. Updated 7. So did these three, did that one. This one doesn't matter. This one now. Updated 5. This should update a bunch. 11. Not that one. Give me... Not that one. Excuse me. Why? I didn't do this one. $11 of them. Yep. And then the stairs should only affect like 5. 6 of them. Five. Yes, that makes sense. Oh. Another 5. Okay, these should all be perfectly fine now. They should be pointing to the correct paths. Textures. 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 The blue. Just making sure they're all covered. Textures. Stairs. Textures. Okay. Everything's wonderful, happy, fun times. So we take this, paste it back in here. Go to my merge folder. Archie Redoran interiors. Paste it here. Whoop. God damn it. Oh, this is the same folder. Oops. Copy. Paste. Okay. Okay, stop confusing myself. Just this. You wanted to see how I change shader properties, right? So you go into Sniff, you open Sniff, you make sure it's pointing to where you want to point it to. So it's pointing here for me. It's only going to edit NIFs in this folder. If you point it to the entirety of Skywind, for example, it's going to change every single NIF in Skywind. You don't want to do that because that's bad. You go to Universal Tweaker, and then you follow the instructions, and then you hit process. If you're confused after that, you can go watch the VOD. Okay, this should be working now properly. I'm gonna go in the game, we're gonna look at everything. We're gonna test it out properly. Come on, Skywind, open up. Open up, please. Anybody have any good food recently? I had some chicken vindaloo takeout yesterday. It's pretty damn good. Pizza. Nice. Alright, let's go take a look at the hut. Yep. The hut basement. Looking good. There's our little alcove. And then we go up the steps. Oh, it's beautiful. There's our little boy. Oh my god. Sick. This looks great. You can open the door to go outside. This guy doesn't have a ragdoll set up yet. You can play basketball with the... Hey up! With the thingy, the oven. That's too small to go through, but you get the idea. Hey! Oh. Nice. Looks pretty damn good. The windows need to look more like windows, but... I like it. Turned out really good. So then the other option, right, is then you don't have any stairs down here, so your hut would just have the oven in the middle, and then there would be no basement, right? But then you can see how the hut can then connect to the rest of the tile set, so really cool. Worked out really well, I think. It's extremely dark down here, but I don't know what lighting presets have changed in my test all, so I'm not gonna judge that down here. Sick. It works. How long did that take? 2.5 hours? So I need to do all of that times 2 and eventually times 3. And then eventually times 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ugh. I need a break, man. Not sure if I want to keep going. Kind of wanted to do a shorter one today. I also have to eat food at some point. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole process for the rest of them. So gotta do that on all of them, and then it'll just magically work, I suppose, at the end of the day. I'm gonna spend the rest of the day enjoying myself. I'll probably come back to working on these off stream, but yippee yee-haw, thanks for joining, guys. Hope you had a wonderful Halloween, etc. Get some of that candy. I will say goodbye. Yay.